Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, and today I'm hanging out with
Nerdarchy Dave.
And today we have a GM 911, and he wants help with spoilers in the D&D game.
If you have a GM 911 or even a viewer suggestion, you can send it to nerdarchy@gmail.com or even head over to our forums at nerdarchy.com and submit them there.
So we have a GM 911 from Isaac Neal, and he's running the Princess of Apocalypse prepared adventure that you see here.
That you see there. And you find a link to it in the description.
So he's got a couple of players that he's got in his game, and some of them have started actually reading through the actual prepared material, and he feels that this is kind of ruining the spoilers that are gonna come up later on in the game. So he's debating, does he move off and run homebrew stuff?
He even asked, like, can I ask them for the book?
Right.
Can I hold the book while we're playing? And here's the thing, it's kind of douchey to go read through the adventure that your GM is running.
I agree.
And while you can't really ask someone for their you can, but that feels equally douchey to ask for it, because what you're literally saying is, I do not trust you.
Correct.
So that's going to be problematic in itself. So you need to start with a conversation, and I would say, Isaac, ask the player that you suspect is reading the book. Are you reading are you reading ahead in the module, and see what they say. Now, if they say yes, well, at least they're being honest with you, and from there you can proceed with the conversation. But if you believe they are, and they tell you, no, I'm not, well, they just lied to you, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Now, the good thing is one player owns the book, another player is the one actually probably reading it, he suspects. So he can kind of circumnavigate that by asking the other player if he could borrow the copy for a little while. And, this way it doesn't really put him in direct conflict with the player that he believes is creating the problem.
So there's a couple of things that you can do. So the split is two players want to continue through the prepared module. The other two players know kind of what's going on. I don't think he said how far into the campaign.
But it also seems like they all want to play this adventure and they're enjoying the adventure. Right. Because he had considered, like you said, switching to homebrew.
Right. So you can say, all right, well, this is my suspicions, and I don't like spoilers in my game, so I'm just going to run the homebrew stuff, and that's what it is. You could say, all right, well, that player is going to have, or those players who know what's going on, they're going to have some of the fun spoiled because the surprises and twists that could happen in the game they know about. That really mucks things up, and in my opinion, destroys kind of the fun of the game. So if you know what's gonna unfold, it kind of is like, all right, this isn't as enjoyable.
Not only that, too, there's another problem, right? It also begins to intrude on the other player's fun, and this is how, if there's campaign secrets or things that are there for discovery that could possibly be overlooked, but the person that's reading it is discovering them all the time. And, it eliminates the other player's ability to find those clues and stuff. And, and because they have to, discover and find it on their own, it might be harder for them or take more time for them to figure it out. Whereas someone who's just reading through it might just already know, and they're beating them to the punch every time. Right. Which is kind of, again, it definitely treads into the territory where you're stealing the fun from the other players.
Right. So the other thing is, as you said, you have the conversation and you say, look, I'm the DM. I don't appreciate people having this information, and can you just not read it? Leave it at the gaming space, or only check the reference stuff at the back. Don't use any of the actual adventure stuff. And then the hardest part is you run what's there, but you change what's going on.
Right, and they said that they've been switching. They've been kind of changing a little bit, but but what you're talking about is they're going to have to change a lot more.
You overhaul the module, which is essentially hard because you need to completely twist everything around things that the character thinks that they're going to uncover. Well, they're not there. They're actually in the next room, and it's twice as hard and whatever have you. But like I said, that takes a lot of work.
Right, and then does it create other problems too? Because obviously, a player that feels like they need an advantage, they're trying to kind of win at D&D. So, like, are they going to then turn around and accuse the DM of cheating because he changed the module, changed the adventure? Like, because a certain kind of mentality kind of goes into certain actions, like basically cheating. Like when you feel the need. That's why I'm kind of like, well, you need to probe it out and go and ask, are you reading ahead? They're going to say yes or no, right? Or maybe a little bit, or something in between. And if you're positive, they're reading ahead, and they come off with, no, absolutely not. I would never do that. Boy Scouts honor, blah blah blah. And you're like, oh well, I can't have an adult conversation with this person. He's actually eliminated that because.
And that's why I said that's when you either need to step off and go completely to homebrew, or you need to completely modify the adventure.
Although he does have another option here where you can circumnavigate that person and talk to the player that actually owns the materials and say, hey, can I borrow that for a bit?
Right.
And that otherwise it would be hard to ask someone for their book because basically they don't trust you. But because it's the other guy, you can go, oh, it's not you, you're good, it's the other guy. You might be able to, and you might have to. You might have to, like, you're going to know your players better than we do, so you're going to have to navigate their personalities. We can't do that because we've never met these people.
Correct.
They're strangers to us. So other than that, that's the best advice I can give. Like Ted said, change everything up. Ask the one player for the books. Always start with trying to have an adult conversation. If you feel like that's not working out for you, then you're going to have to go to one of those alternatives, whether it's homebrew, whether it's rewriting the adventure, whether it's trying to get the other player to give you the book to hold on to. These are all going to be your options.
So what do you guys think? How would you handle this situation if it were going on at your table? Put your comments down below. While you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
You can hang out with us over on Facebook.
So until next time, stay nerdy.